This is a 1969 Camaro X11 code. It's been driver restored. I'm going to say pretty nicely driver restored. A big bonus on this car, besides the fact that it's rust free, is it's got a 383 stroker in it with a T56 automatic transmission. It's got honestly only a couple of things in my opinion to finish it off and to make it a really nice looking driver. One is, you'll see they put some nice looking dolphin gauges in it, but they didn't really, whoever restored the car didn't really install them correctly, so they're kind of just sitting in there. They all work, and of course it's got this Sun Pro tachometer, which I'm not a big fan of personally, but it is right there so that you can watch the engine. But nice new dash, interior is all clean. We'll see that in just a second. I'm gonna fire this thing up and we'll take it for a ride. And then, so it does have an electric fuel pump. So here we go. So I'm in a residential area, so I'll talk about the car a little bit while I slowly get out of here. So yeah, high performance built engine, 6-speed manual transmission. It's got a nice straight body. Paint's a really nice driver quality paint. A couple of really minor imperfections. Like I said, in a minute I'll get out, take it for a quick drive, and then I'll get out and point out imperfections and stuff. Dashboard's got a couple of little rattles in it. You know, need to be, you know, secured or have the weather stripping put in place, rubber grommets put in place to keep it from vibrating in a couple of little spots. The heater is not hooked up. I'm still learning to drive this 6-speed. The gears are really close together. So this is the same transmission that they put in Corvette, you know, early model, later model Corvettes, you know, recent ones. So yeah, anyway, it's really nice to have the shifter. All this has been redone, and when the engine was put in, the gauges were put in, so 5,823 miles since they put the drivetrain in. It's got a sweet engine, Keith Black pistons. It's got roller rockers. You know, you pull the valve covers off, nice shiny blue roller rockers. It's got Vortec aluminum heads, long tube hooker headers. I think it's either Flowmaster or Magnaflow exhaust. I think it's a Flowmaster. It just sounds beastly. With the turn downs right behind right underneath the back seats, so they're not, the exhaust is not all the way out the back. But honestly, I mean, well, I'm not going super fast right now, but with the way it's geared and with the 6 speeds, you really don't get a lot of interior noise here like some of them do with turn down. So I think you get all the aggressive sound of a muscle car without the interior noise, which is kind of nice. I'll try and do a good takeoff here. I missed third gear. So I'm still getting used to driving this one. This thing's got monster power. Sorry, shaking you around with that camera. And if you're looking for a muscle car, I mean, I wouldn't turn my nose up at this one. This thing has got a really responsive pedal. I mean, with a stroker motor in it. I mean, I don't know what the horsepower is. I haven't had a dyno, but it's got some goose to it. But yeah, just still getting used to driving it, and I'm guilty of doing first, second, fourth, or first, second, fifth, I guess is what I'm hitting. does have power steering, power disc brakes. Actually, I'm wrong. I said earlier the speedometer was working. It's actually not. The speedometer is not hooked up. I was looking down to see how fast we're going. We're probably doing about 80. Unless you're a law enforcement agents, county of Fayette, and we were probably doing 45. Fun car to drive, very easy. You look at my finger. I like to do the one finger test on this, on all my cars, so there you go. This car drives straight and true. It's got a good alignment on it. It's not pulling to the left or right. And I could drive all around circles and corners and stuff with one finger. Power steering works perfectly. So we'll pull over here in this church parking lot in just a second and I'll do a little inspection on the car. I'm not saying it's a race car, but this is a quick car. It does have a brand new Sony CD player with the MP3 and all that. It's not hooked up right now, I'm not sure, or it may be hooked up, but it just needs a fuse. I'm not sure. I haven't troubleshot that, but it is, I mean, it's brand new, just right out of the box. Let's pull in here and take a better look at the car. So yeah, nice aggressive sounding exhaust. This thing's nasty. Shut it off so I can hear myself think. It does not have an e-brake. So yeah, Vortec aluminum heads, like I said before, hooker headers. I've actually got a different air cleaner coming for it to match the valve covers. Vortec valve covers are a little hard to come by. I mean, there's a few out there, but there's not nearly as many as a normal Chevy 350 valve cover. So I bought a aluminum 12-inch oval air cleaner to go on top, because it's just got kind of a cheap Chevrolet air cleaner on it right now. Very, very clean under the hood. No rust. It's got a nice, you know, 4-core ginormous Griffin aluminum radiator with, you know, dual fans, Flexolite fans, power disc brakes, like I said, with the regulator. You can see that it's got the Summit Racing Equipment breather and regulator for the brakes. Nice straight body. It's a really pretty driver quality paint job. I'd say a nice driver quality paint job, just a light metallic gray, of course, with the black racing stripes. New Boss wheels with new rubber on them. I mean, brand new tires, although I've ripped them loose a couple of times, but there's still plenty of tread on there. Just aero straight body. I mean, the body's really good and straight on this car. All the glass is in good condition. It's got a nice tinted windows. Doors open and close nicely. Nice clean interior. Now it does have like a Recaro style leather racing seats in the front, but it still has the original seat in the back, which I'm not super crazy about. I'd switch one or the other out, take the back seat out, and, you know, have the upholstery guy do the front, do it just like the front, or maybe just take the front seats out and put the originals back in. I'm a little bit of a purist. I know this is kind of a resto mod, but if it was me, I'd probably put the original seats back in the front. Although these seats are very comfortable. As I mentioned before, the gauges needing to be redone. I see I'm getting on almost 12 minutes on my video, so I'll kind of speed up a little bit, but I just wanted to try and be thorough. The carpet looks pretty good, but a couple of little places where, you know, there's a rip there. You can see the original bolt pattern, and they brought it back. Kind of a quote-unquote tall man seat is how they did that, so a little bit taller guy can ride. I'm 6'3", and it's super comfortable. Nice headliner. I mean, overall, the interior is in great shape. The only thing that's messed up to me, besides the dashboard, you know, I mean, the gauges in the dash, as I mentioned, is the fact that the front and back seat don't match. Other than that, the interior is in fine condition. You know, a weather stripping kit would do this car nicely. It's a couple of little nickel and dime things on this car that, you know, would make it kind of take it to the next level, or maybe even, if you want to say, finish it off. Mechanically, it's amazing. So, I mean, super clean under the deck lid, super clean under the hood. I haven't seen a spot of rust on this car. Very clean. Zero rust in the trunk. One thing too is they moved the battery back here, so you've just got a really nice, open, clean engine compartment, as you saw earlier. The brake lights need to be troubleshot. One of the lights is coming on, another one's not. Usually just a simple wiring thing that needed to be figured out, but that'll need to be troubleshot. You know, it's this car needs a couple of afternoons, you know, with a 6-pack of beer and hanging out in the shop with the, you know, classic rock tunes. And my bad, I said earlier, I think disc brakes. It's actually got 4-wheel disc brakes, so all the wheels have disc brakes on them. Underneath the car is really clean. To show you real quick. Sorry, I know I'm taking a little bit longer on this video than normal. Of course, it's got the frame connectors have been welded. Just want to try and show real quick. You've got you know, the exhaust done right with the crossover. Flowmasters. I was saying earlier I wasn't sure what that was. Very clean floor pans, clean rockers. I mean, zero rust. I haven't seen any rust on this car at all. Chrome's in excellent condition. And somebody did a nice job. Look at how clean it is under here. So somebody did a nice job. There's a couple of spots where it does look like there was a couple of minor rust repairs done to it. See that? That's the floor pan there. I mean, it's super clean. So there you have it. I'm sorry, I try and keep my videos to about 10 minutes, and I went a little long on this one because I wanted to take it for a nice long drive. But I just wanted to do it justice because it's a very cool car. I think it's for what it is. It's so close to being what I would call done, and a super nice driver. Like I said, matching the seats, fixing those gauges. The heater does need to be hooked up. It doesn't have AC. I don't know, that's not that important to me. I roll the windows down. Maybe a little weather stripping, getting the stereo hooked up. But as far as everything else is concerned, I mean, the paint's practically new. Maybe it's about a year old. The wheels and tires are new. The engine's got low miles on it, just broke in. 6-speed manual transmission. I mean, you just can't beat an X11 69 Camaro.